Whether you are surviving the last day on Earth or fighting in the wild rifts, having a good phone is a game changer. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why Red Magic makes the best gaming phone on Earth. One of the benefits of the Red Magic having an extra wide screen is that games program it to where the wider the screen is, the more of the map you can see. So this is helpful in all games because you can of course see more of the map, but it is particularly helpful in any game that has multiplayer because you can use it to see people before they can see you. For those of you who have seen some of my videos on Red Magic phones before, you know that you can flip this switch right here and it will switch into a gaming mode. And in that gaming mode, you've got all of your games. So we got here Last Day on Earth, and I don't play as much Last Day on Earth anymore because I mostly play Kafir's more advanced game Frostborn that has kind of multiplayer integrated throughout it. But then there's Wild Rift, and honestly, this phone is so new to me that I don't have a lot of my other games on there. But you can see here that you've got this amazing display. You've got all of these options. We've got refresh rate. You can get up to 165 hertz refresh rate. You've got all of these options of smaller windows, bigger windows. You got this fan, and you can hear it there, like it's a louder fan, but it really cools the phone. The phone has this aluminum back, an aircraft aluminum back. It's really cool to the touch, and it looks amazing as well. You can see here it's got stuff like aim assist, which I don't need that. And we've got recording videos internally. It means it can record the internal audio of the phone. It's got the 4D shock, which it only works with some games, but it gives you like that vibrating, kind of like a controller on an Xbox or a PlayStation kind of gives you that sense. It also integrates well with Discord and Telegram and WhatsApp. And these shoulder triggers, you can see here that, you switch these buttons around exactly where you want them on the phone. And then that makes these triggers respond to the different buttons. So, we'll put them here in the middle. You can see them light up when you use these triggers. This is amazing for any mobile game. If you're not able to play claw like some of the pros, these shoulder triggers give you kind of an introduction to playing claw. It can kind of, if you just never play claw, you can just play with these shoulder triggers. You can adjust the sensitivity. Honestly, one of the things that makes this phone stand out above the rest is it has a 500 hertz response rate to your finger. So that's crazy. That's like you could have a response in less than 8 milliseconds. And I know a lot of you guys have never even heard of Red Magic, and you're like, man, what? I've never even heard of this. And that's because they're a Chinese company. They're not an American company. But these guys, their sales have been increasing like crazy. They are a very well-made company. They have really well-made phones. I've been testing out their phones since the Red Magic 3S, and I've had every phone since then, the 5, the 5S, and now the 6. And so these phones just keep getting better and better. The refresh rates on them, the cooling, all of these things, it's the top of the line on what a phone can offer. You can see here that since the last phone, they added the triple cameras. A lot of the videos I made, like the tips and tricks video for the electric unicycle, I filmed all of that with my Red Magic. So you can see it has a really good quality camera. They have a black version, but they also have silver, which is my favorite. You can see here all of the specs. We got amazing refresh rate, awesome processor. The cooling fan is really, this phone leads in the area of cooling, internal cooling of the phone. You've got 5G, which is becoming more common, and the Wi-Fi 6. This phone, they spare no expense on this phone. And they have a headphone jack, which is one of the things that annoys me about iOS, is not having a headphone jack. And then they've got a few other things that maybe don't really have to do that much with gaming, but they're still pretty awesome. They're also the first gaming phone with a CPHY DSi transmission gaming screen, which not only is part of the reason they were able to get the refresh rate so high, but it also decreases the amount of power that your phone uses when playing on it, which increases battery life and it keeps the phone cooler. So all of this stuff is playing into each other. By having a better system here, it makes these other systems work better as well. And really, if you're a serious gamer, this is the key, right? To have a phone that stays cool no matter how long you play, that it's a game changer. It allows your fingers not to get hot, and it allows you to have the fastest response rate that you need to be able to play competitively on your phone. And then lastly, I got this awesome dual core ice dock right here, which you can see is just, it cools like crazy. It will make the whole phone feel cool right here, even when you've been playing. And it's super quiet. It's way quieter than even the fan internally in the phone. So if you want to, be real quiet, you can turn that fan off and use one of these. You've got that aircraft aluminum case. So anything you do to cool the outside, it affects it faster. It's just such a good conductor of temperature that it just makes the outside air and the inside of the phone as close as it can be. Well, that's it, guys. Hope that helps. I do want to make the disclaimer that I get my Red Magic products for free, and that could make me biased, but then again, I get a lot of phone products for free, and these are the ones that I choose to cover. So this is my recommendation. I think the Red Magic is the best gaming phone in the world right now. Definitely on paper, it looks that way, and I love using it. I have not played with every phone, so I cannot say for sure, but I will say that on paper, it looks the best, and I love using it. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.